Yo, it's going down. This is your boy Jay Gibson, CEO and co-founder of Boss Talk Nation, and we in the building, y'all. It's a very special show. Tonight we breaking bread with the young bosses. These are the young brothers that's taking over the game, that's taking it to the next level. You might have seen them on TV. You might have seen them at your local, fashion play houses where you shop at. You might have seen them on social media. We got some special guests coming through, and we're going to talk to them about fashion, Forex, and everything else that's going on out here, because you need to be in tune with what the next generation is doing, because they ain't stopping now, man. We got to stay in tune with the young bulls. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to this intro, and then we're gonna start the show. Y'all see the link down there, running bosstalknation.com. If you leave a comment wherever you're watching this, we'll highlight it on the show. If you got funny moments, funny things that you want to ask, questions you want to ask the guests, it's all good, and we're gonna go from there. And like I said, if you want to participate in a future show, if you want to get your brand featured, if you want to get out there, 844-700-2677. Text promo to 844-700-2677, and we're going to start the show. Let's go. So you want to be a boss. You going to be a legend. You going to go down as one of the greats. Well, welcome to the place where all of that begins. See, for me, I started off in the booth. I was writing rhymes, I was coming up with concepts, and we were putting in long nights to make those dreams come true. But along the way, I learned some lessons. That the real power in the game wasn't in front of the camera, it's behind the camera. And as I learned how to go from an entertainer into an entrepreneur, a burning desire to spread that knowledge to others who were just like me started to brew. And then it started to bubble until it overflowed. And the first thing I did was go find other bosses, other people who were like-minded and had a vision and wanted to change the culture forever, to provide the information and the resources and the network necessary to change the game. So we formed Boss Talk Nation. CEOs from different area codes. People who are the greats and the goats in their lane. And we put it all together. Because like the great Chuck D said, it'll take a nation of millions to hold us back. And now that we got Boss Talk Nation, you're gonna need a lot more than that. Yeah, it's going down. It's going down. It's another week. This is your boy, Jay Gibson, and we in the building. This is Boss Talk Live. Y'all know what it is. We do this each and every week where we find the biggest bosses. Like today, we got the young bosses. They the next generation. They running the game. Y'all dudes is old, washed up. They going to put us up on game. You feel what I'm saying? So we ain't missing out on none of the moves and the plays that's getting played out here before y'all get these stimulus checks. Because I'm telling you right now, stop calling this guy Moneybag Joe, bruh. We're going to get on that tonight. It's not Moneybag Joe. You feel me? Now, if you was getting 14 racks, maybe that's Moneybag Joe. If you got a business, matter of fact, let me get the guests on the stage. I got a couple guests right now. We're going to bring them on the stage. First and foremost, we're going to bring my man Josh to the building. You might have seen him here. You might have seen him there. He's doing movies. He's doing films. He's doing a whole lot of stuff. And he's right here on Boss Talk. So let's get him up on the stage. What's going on with you, bro?
What's going on, my guy? How you doing?
We grinding, man. I hear a lot out here. You know what I'm saying? CEO-ISHHH hit us up. He said, yo, this is one guy that we got to get on the panel tonight. So I just wanted to welcome you to the show and let you introduce yourself to the people.
Appreciate that. My name is Josh from YNC. I'm out of Wheeling, West Virginia. Born and raised, you know what I'm saying? I do showcases. I've been on BET, MTV, VH1. Been on the radio, Shade 45, Hot 97, This is 50. Did an interview with a whole bunch of different celebrities. I've booked everybody from DJ Envy to Funk Flex. List goes on, you know what I mean? Did a lot of shows with all them guys. So I'm working on a movie, man. It's called Get Lost. Myself, Corley White, Mayor DMV, Flow TV, Hango, and a whole bunch of different people that's in our camp. This is gonna be special, man. It's with Fatboy SSE, Justina Valentine. We got ATown on it. We got PNB Means, PNB Rock's little brother. We got a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? Frenchie from Brick Squad.
Okay.
Just the list goes on. We got a lot of people on this film. So that's
Right.
kind of what we're working on right now. And also I got a show coming up next Friday in Wheeling, West Virginia, a showcase. So
Okay, that's what's up, man. Definitely, man. Sounds like you got a lot going on. And I just saw the man of the hour, you know what I'm saying? The host of the panel tonight, you know what I'm saying? The boss extraordinaire, my man CEO-ISHHH. So we're going to get the whole squad on here. Just let me get everything set up for you. What's going on, Ish? What's the deal?
Man, I'm blessed. What's up, Josh?
what's up? What's up?
I'm out here, man. Just got back from the gym.
All right, yeah, I see you again, man. You've been getting it in, man. We
out here.
That's what you got to do. I mean, nowadays, especially with quarantine, man, it's been a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about, you know, why you wanted to put this panel together tonight and why each one of these young brothers, the NENO and them, they in the building, they in the green room, but once they get on camera, we'll bring them back on. So you got the spotlight right now. So just talk about, you know, first Josh and then, you know, why you wanted to put the group together tonight.
Facts. Yeah, Josh is my brother. Like Josh from YNC is dope. You know what I mean? He got a lot going on and he's underrated. Like he does a lot. You know what I mean? Like everyone in my camp or people I affiliate with are similar to me in some way. Like they do a lot. So Josh does a lot. He shoots, he films, he's an artist. I don't know if he told y'all that, but he's a really dope artist. He does really good music. He just does a lot. So besides then there's Josh and there's Truly. He got a song with Neo. And there's Big ATown. He should be coming on here shortly. There's ATown. Everyone knows who ATown is.
Right.
Then I got my boy NENO, who's one of the best Forex traders in the game. And, you know, I connect with him through business. You know what I'm saying? Like everything about me is business and marketing. Everybody has something I relate to. So I feel like it'll be a good panel, you know, to get there.
Yeah, definitely, man. We appreciate it, man. Anytime we get a chance to chop it up with the next generation, I mean, you guys are the young bosses right now, and that's who the streets need to respect. So let's get my man, you know what I'm saying, Truly on the panel. Introduce yourself. We talked before. Let the people know what's going on with you.
For sure. My name's I Love You Truly. I'm an independent artist and CEO out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. I'm the founder of Death Row's Records. I got about 8 artists signed under me, and we're really innovating the industry, you know, and bringing a positive music movement to the game. I just dropped my new single, Baby I with Neo. And so right now we're really just pushing that, man. I'm out here based in Meridian, Mississippi with King Russell and King Russell Entertainment, you know, just working, you know. I'm working with my guy Ish. You know, he's got some stuff we're working on, and you know, we're just moving this thing.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Then we got my other brother. He was on this, you know what I mean? He up in the French Alps. He getting so much money. My man, long live NENO. Say what's up to the people, man.
Yo, what's up, man? Just calling in right here. I'm actually in Seattle, Washington, in the mountains snowboarding right now. But you know, my name is NENO. I'm 26 years old, born and raised in New York City. You know, my whole life, you know, I wanted to be a baseball player. Unfortunately, you know, it didn't work out, and now I'm an entrepreneur. I do multiple different things, but my main source of income is Forex trading. I've been able to build an organization from it as well. I have over 1,200 students in 15 different countries. I've been able to start my own podcast, my own baseball academy in the Dominican Republic with all of this. So amazing things are really happening, and just looking forward to connect with more people and, you know, help others accomplish their goals. That's what life is all about.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. We got another guest coming, so as soon as he get in, then we'll introduce him as well. But let's start off talking about what's going on out here as far as you guys seeing being that young generation, that young energy, and being businessmen and bosses in your own right. So I want to start with you know, CEO-ISHHH, and then we'll work our way around the panel. And I think we just got our last boss to the table, my man ATown. What's good with you, bro?
What's going on? How you doing? I'm a little busy right now.
Hey, man, you busy. You making moves, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. We just going to chop it up with you, and then we're going to, you know, let you go do your thing. But just, you know, say what's up to the people real quick while we got you.
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? Hi, Josh. Hi, Ish. Hi,
What up, Town?
You know what I'm saying? Hi, Long long something.
It's all good, man. It's all good. So talk about what you've been doing, man. I know you've been tearing up social media for years, man. So just let the people know why they need to tune in, what you got going on now, what's coming up with you.
Like they need to tune in to my own cereal brands about to come up. ATown Movies. We doing bigger stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just my publicist. You know, we got Josh right here. You know, Josh is good people, you know what I'm saying? Get contact with him, he's good. Also I'm working on getting a new kidney because I'm on dialysis. Also that, you know, you gotta keep, you know what I'm saying, you gotta walk by faith, not by sight.
That's right.
And you know what I'm saying, a lot of people don't see that, and they don't see that when they wake up. All they see is, oh my gosh, another day. You know what I'm saying? You better be like Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? Thank God you live another 24. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just be happy and love yourself and be positive every day. Every second you get, be positive, because when you do that, stuff will come to you. You know, it's what you put out, you'll get in. So I want you to put out good energy so you get good energy back. So I want you to do that and be happy. You know, thank God that you woke up this morning. Thank everything. You know, every little step counts. The little stuff that matters could blow up big. And people worry about the big stuff, and the big stuff will actually fall down because you ain't worried about the small stuff. So small stuff I'm saying is you wake up this morning, you thank God, like the small stuff you ate or you drink something, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The small stuff, you know what I'm saying? See how your family doing. This is the small stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's important, man. And definitely, we wish you the most success and speedy recovery, man.
Thank you.
Whenever you got any health situations, that's first and foremost. You feel me? So you can't get no money if you're in the hospital. You feel me?
Thank
But
you.
you know, what's up with the ladies though, man? How the ladies treating you?
It's good, you know what I'm saying? Also I'm having my face on the $50 bill. I'm putting my face on the $50 bill.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. All right, so just hang out for a minute. If you got to go, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We salute you. We appreciate you, you know, coming through, man. But Ish, let's set the conversation. So being that he just said that you just came from the gym, talk about how it's hard as a CEO, as a young boss to you know, find the time to take care, you know, yourself along with what's going on with your business.
Facts. So I got a video on YouTube right now. It's called Why I Train Like a CEO. And the idea behind why I train like a CEO is everything. You got to look the part. You know, a lot of this is marketing. You know, if you got a brand, just like it's like having a car, you got to put gas in the car. You got to take care of it. So the gym helps me be mentally focused. It helps me be prepared. You know, it helps me be ready to deal. Like I deal with a lot of clients. My schedule is busy. At times it's hard. Like I was telling Josh, when we were filming ATown the movie, I was flustered. There was a lot going on in all these different directions, right? So the gym helped me with that because it helps me, you know, I can get my energy out, my frustration out, and then I could get back to being balanced, you know, so it keeps me balanced. And then it teaches you a lot of principles, like, you know, you don't give up. Like you fight to get bigger, or you fight to get stronger, or you fight, you know, the extra rep, and it teaches you about life, because in life it gets hard. You know, you face challenges, but you got to, you know, fight for the extra rep. So the gym helps me stay balanced. It helps me stay focused. You know, you know, so it's real important. You know,
that's what's up, man. And I know we're gonna talk about your brand and everything that's going on with the Blessionaire apparel. You know, you are a BossTalk alumni now. You were on a couple weeks ago, and you know, we were talking about, you know, how it is to put out a fashion brand. But first, before we get to that, I wanted to talk about a little money talk, little market talk. You know, we know the stimulus came out this week, and you know, a lot of people. I've been waiting for tonight to talk, because what I think, you know, I even with my own family, I tried to share some information to them and say, yo, you need to invest. You feel me? Like you getting this bread, it's tax season, you might catch another bag. Why not take that money and invest? And because at this point, this ain't a regular season. This ain't like, you know, what has happened in the background. You know what I'm saying? What happened in years past where people just get money, it's out their pocket before they even get it. You feel what I'm saying? So what I wanted to show real quick, I know Roblox just went public. And then we could discuss, you know, what your thoughts are on that. If it's a good opportunity, and then I'm gonna give my thoughts on a couple other things. And so let me just share that real quick. I got a video already queued up, and then we can get to some of the other stuff you guys got going on, the movie and all of that. So just bear with me for 1 second, and here we go. This is Yahoo Finance, by the way.
fall into the traditional IPO bucket, I guess, in the world of stocks. Company set to make its debut later today is Roblox, the video game maker. It's going to be valued right around $30 billion or so. That we'll see where initial indications go on that name. Joining us now to talk a little bit more about this company is Matthew Campbell. He's an analyst over at Bloomberg Intelligence. Matthew, thanks for joining today. Let's just start with maybe the 101 for boomers like me who don't have kids who are on Roblox all the time on what the company does and where it sits within the video game ecosystem, which has obviously had a very interesting year because of COVID.
Sure. Roblox is actually a game development platform. So developers can go in and use the tools that Roblox creates to make experiences. And then mostly young people go in and play the experiences with their friends. It's kind of like a shared 3D world that they can all hop into and chat with each other in. So it's kind of like a little bit of social networking and a little bit of gaming all mixed together.
Hey, Matt, it's Julie here. My kids are on this thing all the time and would be on it even more if I let them. The concern, of course, which is something the company highlighted, is twofold. One, that these kids will eventually age out of it, although I can't see that in my future, unfortunately or fortunately. And secondly, that when things start to open up back up again, that kids will just not be in front of their screens as much. How much do you think those things are a concern?
I think they're both important risks, especially when you consider the valuation and kind of how it's being priced relative to some of the peers. It's a fairly rich premium to some of the peers, and so you have to be cautious of some of the risks. And historically, they haven't been successful in targeting the older demographic and keeping gamers as they age out. Quite frankly, as gamers get older, there's more options, right? As you become older and can play more mature games, you can play Grand Theft Auto, you can play more hardcore racing and shooter games that necessarily aren't good for younger gamers. So I think that is a big risk that these gamers don't stick with Roblox. And then another risk is simply just, as you mentioned, COVID, engagement has just been off the charts for Roblox and more broadly for gaming. And that's just not going to be sustainable as kids go back to school, as people go back to work, et cetera, and as the economy just in general opens up in 2021, there's going to be a big hangover for the gaming industry.
And Matt, that ultimately raises the next question, as folks get back to their normal lives. I mean, this company lost close to $300 million on a net income basis last year, despite the influx of new users. So could the Roblox business model, can it be profitable?
I think it can be profitable in the long term, especially when you consider some of the growth opportunities they have around capturing more live experiences, not just gaming experiences, the concept known as the metaverse. They've successfully had concerts within Roblox. Their peer Fortnite has also done that. So the ability to bring in more types of these experiences that they can eventually monetize in various ways, including brand sponsorships, advertising, as well as simply just grow the user base and expand revenue per user over time. There's lots of avenues for them to grow and cover the expenses they're incurring now to build this platform.
And speaking of growth,
all right, so I just wanted to give everybody so they could be informed and know what's going on. Now, as far as what you guys think is crucial, they hit on some key points. As a business, a lot of businesses are thriving right now because of the pandemic. People are home. Certain people, obviously Netflix, all these platforms are coming out with their own streaming services. And now you see Roblox, which the part that surprised me is not that they went public and were successful, but that they got a $30 billion valuation. Now, I'm not somebody who has little kids who play this thing all day, but I have heard about it, and I know all my friends that got kids, they're saying this is the hottest thing out. But what do you think, Ish? We'll start with Ish, and then we'll go to Josh, and then we'll go to Truly. What do you think about, this, IPO coming out, and just in general about businesses that are winning right now, but who knows 6 months from now if they're going to be able to sustain?
I think that's a good question. Sustaining is very important. Like COVID taught us that, you have to structure your business, whatever your business is. I don't care if you're a recording artist. I don't care if you're, whatever kind of business you have, right? You have to structure it in a certain way because, like I said, COVID taught us that at any time, anything can crash the market. So there's people who had regular 9-to-5s who got laid off.
Right.
So COVID brought the hustler out of people. Like you had to find another way to get it. When you're pushed to the limit where like your family has to eat, you're going to have to make a way. So it taught people different ways to get it. It taught artists, have to get money a different way. Business owners, some businesses went bankrupt. That's why we had, you know, the PPP loans and different, you know, type of loans for business owners and things like that, or COVID relief, because it created a lot of problems. So for me, it's just, yeah, you just got to find different ways to get it and structure yourself where in case of emergency, you're good, and store up for a rainy day and things like that, you know?
Right. Definitely. What you think, Josh? I mean, definitely, I know you've been keeping an eye on what's going on with the markets and all of that.
I think personally, the kids is the generation, you know, so whatever they call, whatever they see, whatever they could feel or touch, it's going to be the hottest thing on the market no matter what it is. So like for instance, if you come up with something and you touch the kids, the parents are going to buy into that every single time.
Right.
So that's what my thoughts are.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's studies that say that obviously the most influential person in the buying process in the family is like tween girls. Like they go in the store and they market all this stuff towards like these little tweens because they know that they'll get the mother to just buy. And there's something, you know, with the mother-daughter bond, obviously, you know what I mean? She wants to get the cool little thing so she can bond with her daughter and stuff like that. But I also wanted to point out a nugget that I think a lot of people might have missed when they were talking about what Fortnite was doing and what they were doing with virtual concerts. And I think just because things are getting ready to be back open, I think people might be jumping the gun a little bit. You'll have your Coachellas or whatever the big festival is going to be, but to think that it's just going to instantly go back to normal, I don't think that's reality. I think that's the hype that's going to pump the market up. It's going to get businesses back open, but I don't see it just going back to normal. So what do you think? Or people just even better, I'll put it this way. People just forgetting about, let's say, Versus, who just sold last week, did a big deal. You know, we can get into that. But will people just forget about the virtual experiences, the capabilities, and the technology that we can use now to make money from one single place? I'll start with Truly, and then we'll come back around to Itch.
Me being an independent artist, I feel like it's my responsibility to get my music out there as much as possible, any way possible. And I feel like these type of resources that we've been coming up with and evolving with these past few years, or this last decade, have really been opening up opportunities for artists like myself and anybody really trying to take advantage of the digital social world. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're really evolving as human beings with technology. And so it's like really adapting with technology nowadays and really floating towards what's hot and what's really moving, and bringing your own to it. And just using your resources is really a key part in it. And it's really benefiting everybody nowadays.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. So let's get into what you guys got going on. I know you got Josh was telling me earlier about the movie that Get Lost, the film. I know you got the ATown Movie. So, you know, I got the website pulled up. I got NENO back in the building. What's going on? I know he moving. This brother getting money, man. We was talking about the stocks. Before we get to the film, let me just get him in and get his take on it. So what do you think about what's going on with the market right now? We had a lot of big deals going on. Like I said, Roblox IPO dropped this week. So, you know, what do you think about some of the newer brands that are going public? And, you know, Clubhouse got $1 billion valuation. They'll probably be going public soon. But from an investor standpoint, what do you think the opportunities are? He had the MOOLAH. Hey, that's where you want to be, people. You feel what I'm saying? So, what's up? Can you hear us?
Yeah, you talking to me, bro?
Yeah. I was saying about the stocks and everything that's going on with these with Roblox and everything. We just watched a quick little video showing that they had a $30 billion valuation. They did pretty good the first day as well. So what do you think as far as the opportunities for people to invest rather than just go blow that stimulus check on some more Yeezys or whatever they're gonna buy?
Yeah, no, absolutely, bro. And it's something that, since we were young, that's what we were taught to do. We get money and we blow it. We were never taught to get money and invest it, right? And that's why, there's only a very small percentage of people in the world that actually invest their money. So, I was actually one of the ones that, actually about a year or two ago, I started investing into not only the stock market, but the foreign exchange market. A lot of people know about the stock market, which is the investment of companies, but I started to invest into the foreign exchange market because that's the investment of currencies, right? We're talking about the dollar, the yen, the pound, the euro. You also get a chance to invest into commodities like gold, silver, gas, and oil. And there's a big market for the cryptocurrencies, which I'm sure you guys all heard about, Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum, right? So what I've actually had the chance of doing is I actually got a chance to get some information on how to trade in this market. And it has absolutely revolutionized my whole entire life and my family's life because we've taught ourselves how to make money on a day-to-day basis instead of a long-term investment like it has to do with stocks, right? Stocks is more of a long-term investment. You don't invest into Tesla today and become rich tomorrow. But with Forex, you could invest some money today and already make money.
Right. And I know his signal is going crazy because you outdoors. So I get what you were saying. So basically, for people that's out there, when he's talking about foreign exchange, it's basically currencies. So the U.S. dollar versus the British pound, and these different currencies and the value of those fluctuate every day. So
Yep, and it's a recession proof too, bro. So the fact is, like, for example, our US dollar could maybe crash, but guess what? We can still invest into the pound. We can still invest into gold. We can still invest into the cryptocurrencies as well. So it's a well-rounded market that's actually recession proof, and a lot of people are really taking advantage of it nowadays.
Right. Now, explain to the people, for somebody who's like just starting out, what would be the safest first couple of plays or advice you would give them if they were to join your group and they said, "Look, man, I got $1,000. I'm just trying to get in the game." What advice would you give?
Well, first, I would get them educated because I don't want nobody just gambling their money. When you go into the markets without knowing what you're doing, you're going to be gambling. So what I'll do is I'll first get them educated, help them understand how it all works, the basics, the terminologies, and the vocabulary and everything. And then what we'll do is I'll set them up with a compound plan, basically, where I'll help them grow that $1,000 by a certain percentage every day. Maybe we'll do 5% a day, 8% a day, and we'll grow that account every single day, over a period of 4 or 5 days a week for a certain amount of time. And that $1,000 can easily be flipped to over $10,000, $20,000 within, a 90-day span. And it's great money. And, determining on how good you are and how great you get at it, the wins are also very big. They're in the black jacket inside right there. Yeah. So I would say that for sure.
Right.
And I would say put money into Bitcoin. Put money into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to the moon. If you got a few extra $100 laying around, put some money into Bitcoin and just let it ride out.
Now before you go, where can people reach you to get the training, and if they want to sign up with your school and all of that?
They can reach me on Instagram. My Instagram is at Long Live Neno. I have it written down right there on my screen, just like that. Long Live NENO.
Nah, that's what's up. And we're gonna definitely, send people your way. And like I said, I might even holler at you, man. I need a couple. I know CEO-ISHHH over there dropping bags over there, flipping them up. So we're gonna be in contact with you. So let's get to
look, and let me tell you this, bro, real quick before I finish off. Yeah. Look, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, the people who bring the most value to the marketplace are the ones that know how to make money online, bro. Because like you said, millions of people lost their jobs, lost their careers during the pandemic. So those that know how to make money online right now, bro, those are the ones that are really making the big moves. And because I set myself up 3 years ago to learn this stuff, bro, I'm plugged in with, the heavy hitters in this industry. And I plug my boy Ish in, and my boy Ish has been able to do some amazing things already in the short amount of period that I've been with him. And it's just a matter of time before we really, really blow this up to the moon. I know he got a lot of stuff going on here and there, but once me and Ish really lock in, and we've already done some amazing things together, because he sees that online businesses is the way of the world. We spend all these time on our phones, our laptops, but none of us know how to make money from them. If you can learn how to do this, bro, the value that you bring to the marketplace is going to be endless. So definitely connect with me, bro. I got a lot of value that I can share with you, and I'm sure that there's a lot of value you can share with me as well.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Hey, man, I need. So listen, before you leave, we gotta give something back to the people. So give them one play. Just they ain't gotta give them the whole sauce. Just give them what's the easiest play you would tell people. Say, would they go on the dollar for a certain amount? just anything. The first rule of Forex, like that you need to know.
Well, don't chase the market and buy on the pullbacks. What I mean by buy on pullbacks is buy when the market retraces down to a lower position and then let it ride up a little bit more. So right now, the best investment that I know you can make some money is investing into Bitcoin. Like the fastest you can get into that, the fastest you can make a profit.
Right, now I'm with you. Now I was gonna say, because a lot of people been saying about Bitcoin, it's up so high now, that is it too expensive to jump in? So I'll let CEO, you know what I'm saying? I'll let CEO-ish answer that one, and then we'll come around to the panel.
Is it too expensive to jump in? You're talking about with Bitcoin?
Yeah, because I've been watching Ethereum, and you know that's been my I'm eyeballing that right now because I like it because of it's basically built off of Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you think? Is it because when I advise people, and it's more like get in where you can get a value. You know what I'm saying? And then just get the gain.
Right.
I'm gonna talk about one or two stocks that really are kicking ass basically right now. And so just give your expert. Do you think it's too high? I mean, people know it's going to keep going up.
Yeah.
But for a person that I said that got $1,000, because we got to keep it real with our people, right? They say, yo, I got 1,000 real quick. I'm trying to make a play, and I want to get in and, maybe hold it for a month or two and then and flip it up. Do you think it's too expensive to get into Bitcoin? Because at this point, they can only get fractional.
So,
I mean, it's $50,000 for one Bitcoin.
So investments should never be expensive. And the reason I say that is I teach people this. You want to learn how to, okay, let's say you're working a 9 to 5, right? Let's say you get paid $500 per week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or take $100 out of that $500 a week and put it on the side, and that's your investment money. Or even if it's $50 or 10%, whatever, right? You want to put a little bit aside, and that becomes your play money. So you put it aside and you invest with that. So you don't take your full money and just throw it into an investment. You have investment money, and that's what people don't do. So it will never be expensive because that money will just compound. Imagine every single week you get that $500. You take 100, put it aside, investment, or 50, put it aside. It's going to add up. So now you have that money to play with investments. It's going to make you more money and compound your money. So I don't think it's ever expensive if you have a strategy to, get money.
Okay, so basically, and this is for the audience, you know what I'm saying? And we all chopping up game, exchanging information, but what he's basically trying to tell everybody is go slow. You feel me? Make a budget, right? And he's showing discipline. That's called an investment schedule. So you're going to say, hey, I get paid every week. Like he's saying, I'm going to take $100, $50. You want to do anything less than that, you're not going to really get to see the gains. So you want to do at least, let's say, I would say at least $100 a week. That's $5,200 at the end of the year. And then, with the compound and interest, depending on what you get into, you could easily flip that up, man, and be looking at a nice little stack for the everyday person. You feel me? So at least, and like you said, the important thing I like that NENO was saying was he teaches the education first. Yeah. So you got to learn your fundamentals. Like I also got a training that I do for Robinhood, but it's really market fundamentals. So Robinhood is just a platform, whether you do Webull, M1, whatever you do, it's more saying this is what a market cap is. Yeah. This is what the value means. This is what the 52 high and low, because a lot of our people are starting to listen. They seeing that, we can get these investments. They saw the whole fiasco with AMC and what's the other joint everybody was on the I forgot just that quick. What's the joint everybody was trading on and then they shut it down a couple weeks ago?
You talking about GameStop?
Yeah, the GameStop joint. So they, the streets was on that, and then that got to the point where, like, even the dude that
was on E-Trade.
Yeah, what I mean? But I'm saying, like, it got so mainstream. I mean, even the dude on 2/5 that's selling socks and waters, he was in on it. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like the first time the streets, your mama, everybody was in on it.
The thing is, though, too, like, back to piggyback what I had just said, you want to have a cushion too. So like when you're trading, you're gonna lose too. You're gonna take wins, you're gonna take losses. But if you have a cushion, you know what I mean. And what people don't know what a cushion is, it's extra money that's put aside that you've made, so you could kind of like not gamble, but you can like risk a little bit more because you have a cushion. So if you lose, like you might, let's say you put in money, right, and you made 100,000, right? You might lose 20,000, but let's say you started with 20,000, you ran up to 100,000, right? Mm-hmm. And you end up with 100,000, but you lose 20,000, and you're at 80,000. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Cool, because you started with 20, and now you're at 80. So you're gonna lose, but you want to win more than you lose. So your money just keeps going up.
Right, definitely. And while we on that, we're going to get to the film and everything, but I just wanted to show people, because I had a post this morning on Facebook, and it was about AMC. And what a lot of people don't realize with AMC is they took what they called a loss, right? And what I posted this morning was, like you just said, as an investor, it's not really losing money. You're losing value. The stock just represents a certain amount of value for those certain amount of shares. Right. So I wanted to show people, and I told people, a lot of people jumped out, or what they considered, hey, we up, and then they didn't take their gains, right? And then when it started dropping down, oh, I'm losing money, yo, I'm getting out of here. And now it's coming back up. So I just wanted to share it with everybody. I'm gonna show them the chart from Yahoo. This is Yahoo Finance. Big shout out to Yahoo. And I just want to show everybody, because these are things that you guys, when you're, and see, like you said, you got NENO up there. He's doing trainings. He's teaching people. But you got a lot of people out here on the internet, man. They just taking money from people, right? Yo, give me 2,000, give me 10,000, give me this, give me that. And they don't understand what they're looking at. So real briefly, I'm going to just run through this. So we can easily see that, this is when everybody and their mama was in, right? So the stock went from, and this is the 52 week. For anybody who doesn't know, this is 52 weeks from, let's say May of whatever, May 26th of last year to, March right now. So this is basically a full year of trading, and you can see how the prices fluctuate, right? So you can go right to yahoofinance.com. This is the UK Yahoo, but it doesn't really matter. This is free information, and you need to do, like I said, investment has a considerable risk. Make sure you check with your financial advisor before you buy anything. But I just want to show everybody. So this is where everything kind of went crazy. So we saw the pullback here at the lowest. It looks like January 21st, right? So then we had a little bit of a spike by the end of 5 days, right? By the end of that week, it was up a little bit. So it had went from, let's say, 297 to 496. So that's a $2 gain. If you got a 297, that basically, for $3,000, you got 1,000 shares of this thing, right? So now, boom, you already made money by going up $2 for every share you got. So that's $2,000. But then the shit hit the fan, boom, and you went to $19.90. Now, if you bought it at $2, $3, let's just say, and it went up to almost $20, let's just say, for the keep the math easy, that's $17 a share. So, it's crazy the amount, and it was so cheap, people could jump in. Like Ish was saying, if they built up their stack, they got $10,000 to spend, they really kind of bubbled up. But then look at the dip, boom, it jumped off like a cliff. But even really, we're talking about from $19 down to $8.63. But what people don't understand is, if you got in here at $2.98, this is still a gain from where you bought it at. People look at the high and say, oh, that's my money. Yes, technically, if you pulled it out, now we can get into, and this really ain't the night to what Robinhood does by, holding your shares, and then it takes 2-3 days sometimes to get out of a trade. But that's why you want to trade on a major platform, Ameritrade, E-Trade, something like that, Schwab, something professional where you can set your stop, so you can have a broker that already kind of sets the play up for you, so you get out before the bottom falls out. But now what I want to show people is, a lot of people, obviously, when it dropped down here, then people were fighting to hold on to it. It went back here, then it dropped down here. So this was the fight right here. So then the people just fell off. They said, the hell with it. Boom. So around the beginning of last month, boom, people got out at 550. But some of the smart people got in because they said, well, you know what? It's back on sale. And once again, like I said, even if you came in, like I said, right here, say 306 to $3, if you got it right under $3 right here, and you're still, even after all of this volatility, you're sitting at 550, you still made money from what your original investment was. So now the people who got in while it was cheap at 550 have more than doubled their money, right? It closed today at 11.16. You can see it's up 8%, and it's doing good. And the news that fueled this was the fact that the AMC theaters are going to be 90% open now. So that's just an example of how the news dictates, you know what I'm saying, what goes on in the market, and people that are smart investors. Now, that was only last month. So for people like NENO was saying about traders who trade day to day, they may not, have the time or the tolerance for that and say, yo, I'm just trying to get my money real quick. But for the average person who's building a portfolio, I just wanted to show that example to show if you can get in really low and find a value stock, you still are making money. And if you hold on for, let's say, a year, because another example was Royal Caribbean. And Royal Caribbean, man, they cleaned up. They're back up. They're up like 400%, almost like GameStop was. Because now that the weather is nice, it went all the way down to $10. I clicked off of there, but you know what I'm saying? Let me see. If I just punch in real quick, I'm not even going to flip the screen, but I just want to show you where it's at. If I put in Royal Caribbean, and like I said, the people at home, this is the stuff that people, they may charge you $20,000 and all this other nonsense. And we're just showing you just basic research that you can do if you're just interested in any stock. So do your research first and then find your expert, find somebody you're comfortable with, and and go from there. Hold on one second. It's giving me the website. I don't want to book a cruise. I want the stock price. All right, real quick. Let me see. RCL. Okay, so maybe let me go back to Yahoo real quick and just put in RCL. It's the ticker symbol. Why is it not doing it? Okay, RCL, Royal Caribbean Group, is $90 right now. $90. And this thing had dropped down a few months back, when all the pandemic last year, when everything dropped down. Let's see, went from, that's a 61 at its lowest. Last year, it was, let's say, $50. Where was it at? It was down somewhere. It was down. Maybe this is not going far back enough, but it's because it's going to, this is August of 2020. If you go back to like right around this time last year, the stock was really down. Like you can even see down here, it's at $53, right? So people who jumped in and it's $40 up in less than a year from October of last year to now, I mean, they cleaned up. So, that's just an example. And like I said, we can get into specifics later, but let's talk about your films. I just wanted to give everybody a background as to why they need to invest that stimulus, and don't listen to your cousin and them. Your man got the plug. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't NENO, if it ain't BossTalk approved, if CEO-ISHHH ain't give you the play, just hold on till you get to somebody that know what they're doing. Now let's talk about this movie, man. ATown the movie. Let's talk about where the concept came from, and then we're gonna give them a little preview.
Bet. So ATown the movie is just basically a movie on ATown's life in a fictional world. It started off with him being homeless and everything like that in the movie, dealing with bad management, and it's the story of a guy, building a career, starting from the bottom, coming to the top. So then he ends up, Town ends up, like rising to superstardom. And now the same people who bullied him and teased him want to be cool with him. He ends up signing a $1 billion deal because it's a comedy. It's funny. He signs a $1 billion deal with CEO-ISHHH. So I play myself in the movie. His life has changed. He's doing songs with Jose Guapo and celebrities now, and now people are crowding around him and they want to work with him. And that's ATown the Movie 1, and then we're going to be doing ATown the Movie 2. It got pushed back, but we're still doing it, so we're trying to figure everything out with that. But it is in the works, and it's coming soon.
All right, so let's give people a little sample with I'm playing the World Star clip and give people a little preview of what it looks like. All right, boom. I'm about to beat my shit. 1, 2, 1, 2, homie. Scared the heck out of me. Look like you got some already.
Bring the best of the best. The biggest record label in the world Yes, sir. This is the new Def Jam. Yes. I want the talent now. I hate my job. We're gonna call you ATown. Your new name will be ATown. You like ATown? Bring your ass up here. Get your ass down. You fly with me, man. God damn. Yes, sir. Man, get the side too, ATown. You want to make it to the top. It was a nightmare. It's really bothering me, and I did not want him to really bother me. He's like our sixth child. Are we there yet? 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 You're fired. You're still fired. Go. Get out of here right now. I don't want to hear that. So are we there yet? No, we're not there yet, ATown. It's your boy Jiggy Lemons. I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something. I said I got more ham than cheese, more cheese than ham. Now hold on, man. What kind of garbage is that? What you mean?
All right. Yeah, I like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, ATown is crazy, so he can make anything look good, basically. You know what I'm saying? But, talk about, shooting a movie and some of the scenes. I mean, that looks like something where you might have had a rough idea of the sketch of what you wanted to do and then kind of let them do their thing. So talk about what it was like putting that together and putting a film together. Big shout out to my man, Mo McCoy. He watches the show as well, Fireproof Films. I can plug y'all up too because he's in Vegas and he's got a lot of, like distributors and stuff like that. So big shout out to Mo McCoy, Fireproof Films. And let's talk about, your experience producing. Was this the first project you executive produced and saw through the whole project?
Yeah, exactly. It was the first. Well, I shot movies when I was younger. You know what I mean? But it kind of just happened like, when I started doing PR for ATown, we just wanted to do a project for him. So that's how I started. And it did well in Pittsburgh. So now we're shooting another one and the project continues. That's what's up, man. I mean, that could even turn into a series or something. Yeah, that could be a whole YouTube show. Yeah. It really could. And I'll talk to you behind the scenes because there's a couple moves that cats are making now with these on-demand platforms and stuff, man, where you got a fan base already. You can definitely market that, and then like I said, ATown and my man Josh, he did a good job in there too. You feel what I'm saying? With the whack rappers coming into the label, you know what I mean, trying to get a deal. But before we get out of here, let's bring up your website, the Blessionaire Apparel, and I still got Truly. If you want to hop on real quick, I can show what's going on. Huh? I said Truly got a lot of good things going on. Okay, all right. So let's show Truly some love back on the panel, and just for the audience. Whenever y'all doing y'all thing, I know y'all making moves, so that's why I was bringing y'all back and forth from the green room because for the aesthetic for the cameras, you know what I'm saying? But let's talk about your project and what's going on with that, and what's new, what's next, what you're doing, and I'll show some of the stuff you got going on while you talk.
I just dropped my new single with NENO. It's called Baby I. It's a crazy story how it happened and how this thing came together. I had purchased some vocals from a major label. I'm not gonna get too much in detail, but long story short, it was a work for hire feature that I legally purchased, and I had these vocals. I had a 16 bar in my hand with NENO, and I have this opportunity to collab with him. I just signed to my label, King Russell Entertainment, and I get with this guy Don P. My guy Don P. He worked a couple days on this track, and we got in the studio first couple days and just messed around with these vocals, trying to get a feel for this thing and trying to just, make a song out of this. All we had was the vocals, and we had no beat. We just had to work with what we had. Right. And so fast forward, we wasn't really feeling what Don P and I had came up with in the studio. And so I called my guy Chuck Platinum, an artist on my label, Death Row's Records. And he called his guy Music Maestro, a multi-platinum Grammy-winning producer, and J-Track on Maestro's team as well. And so we came together and we got on the phone. We got a conference call, and we had these vocals. And I played. I had sent over what me and Don P had been working on, and we wasn't really feeling it. So I got on the phone with them, and they was like, "Nah, man, you came to the right people." And I'm trusting my guy Chuck. That's the OG at my label. And so we're really trying to bring this thing together because I didn't know at the time if Neo knew about this or not. So I'm continuously working on this thing. And a few months go by. We finally get the beat together. We had one beat with Maestro. Him and I got together on the side and just got with the melody and kind of the drum kit to it. And so a couple months go by and we finally get the beat done. And I get to working on it. I lay my verse down. I kind of finished the whole thing. I sent it to him. And I'm feeling really confident about it. And they, Chuck and Maestro get with me and they're like, "Nah, man, like, I like where you're going with this. But let's go back in."
Right.
So, I'm like, all right, these the OGs, I gotta listen to what they trying to say.
Right.
But I'm feeling confident in this. And so I get back to work because I really want this thing to be perfect.
Right.
And so I work. A couple more months go by. I finally get my first verse. This thing took an 8 months span to finish. And I'm just, locking in every day, trying to write something, trying to get a vibe. This song was actually, it's a new wave vibe, a hip hop feel of Tony. It Never Rains in Southern California.
Classic.
And Neo kicked it off. I got to give it to him. It took us a little bit to understand what he was singing. I knew I had heard it before when I got these vocals. And Maestro and I had found it. And so we got to it and we're like, yeah, this is it, bro. We got this. So long story short, 8 months go by and I finally get this thing done. I send Neo's team the rough draft. Well, actually, I had hit up Loom, this independent artist platform that is coming up right now. I hit him up, asked him to get me in contact with Neo because they had just signed a deal with Neo to be their brand ambassador. And I've been on this app for about 3 years, and I had these vocals in my hand before he signed. And, it just felt like, this was supposed to be happening. So I felt confident, I stayed patient, and I had hit up Andre. And so Andre got with Neo's team, and we showed him. I didn't actually get to talk to Neo personally. All I got to talk to was Andre. So Andre was relaying the message to me, and Neo's team said, "No, I couldn't do this. They don't know where the paperwork, who sold me this." I showed it to him and I said, I'm going to hold back. I'm going to wait. I'm going to get my legal advisor. I'm going to get my attorney. I did. I hit him back and I was like, I'm going to postpone this drop. Everything checks out, but I'm going to postpone this drop. I really want to drop this song and I'd like to offer Neo his rights to the song. They said this was a super old demo that had been recorded in the early 2000s. Mm-hmm. And so, at the time, I was bummed out. And so I had to be patient. I postponed the drop. It was going to be February 14th, Valentine's Day, because Death Rose. So I was a little bummed out. So I got with the guys. We was patient for this thing and we decided to keep working on it. We worked this hard. We've been working on it for months. This track is amazing. It's beautiful. It need to be out there. So I wanted to make sure this was perfect. So we got with multi-platinum engineer Kid Cuz and Timbo to get the mix out in New York. They got together and put this thing together after I got my verse. I actually recorded this thing on the floor of my verse. And I sent it over to them all dry. And they finished it. And I started pushing it. I got the cover by my girl Sam. And eventually, after pushing it a few weeks later, after I got the final product, Neo reaches out over Instagram to me. And he says, I see you're working, okay, I see you. What's your next plans with your music? And I'm like, wow, I appreciate you reaching out to me. It's a blessing. I told him it was a blessing and I appreciate him reaching out and just I let them know what I'm doing, man. I got an independent record label, and I'm just trying to make great music. And I got this track, Baby I, in my hands, and I'm just trying to push it. You know, I told him I really want to push this hard. I'm working with my guy Ish. We got some big things planned for this thing. My label's pushing this hard. We got a lot of opportunities on the side as well. And he offered to help me out. He said he had some opportunities that he had to help me push this thing. He gave me the green light to drop it. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this really, but it's confidential.
Nah, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just say that he went out of his way, to help me out. And just he wasn't listening to the ears or he wasn't listening to the voices in his ear. And he was just focusing on what he was doing and what he wanted to do.
Right.
And he reached out to me and he reached his hand down for me. And wanted to help me out. And we're here now. The track is out. He has it on his Where There's Smoke project. It's a playlist of unsigned or upcoming independent artists, indie artists that are moving and working. And we're just moving this thing. And so I really just teamed up with my label really hard on this, and we're pushing this, man. The sky's the limit. It's not the moon.
Yeah, congratulations, man. I mean, that's a hell of a story. And that's something that a lot of people needed to hear. That you got denied the first time. You wasn't happy with it the next time. And that's something for any creator, whether you're an artist, whether you have a product that you're putting out with your business. Don't always just go with the first version. That's your rough draft. Like, you get it out there, you want to see it, but that's just V1, right? Then you went back in the lab and worked on it. And you had to go through the legal hurdles, because I was going to ask you that. I mean, big shout out to my man M80. He just signed a multi-million-dollar deal for selling verses and catalogs to an app. And I said I put the video up here so people could see. This is a platform you need to check out if you're trying to get your music out there and really collab. But I just want to commend you on that because most people would just put it out. You feel me? And then they would get the hell with it. And you went through the actual proper channels, and eventually the person you tried to get recognized it. And and we all go through that. And I was going to tell you that I'm pretty sure Ish got certain stories when he's setting up certain meetings. It might have took 2 or 3 calls. He might have had to call a big homie to call a big homie. To get, because one thing in our industry, some of it is protocol. Like you said, Neo's a worldwide artist, Grammy Award winner, legend in the game. So he's not going to be you can't just pick up the phone and get to him unless you got the right people making calls. And even then, it's not guaranteed you're going to get a situation going.
Right.
But the dope part is that by you putting in that work, when you finally got the meeting and got the attention, like you said, even though you didn't talk directly to him, through his people, it was undeniable at that point. You know what I'm saying? You took something that you started out with and look what you did with it. So a lot of people get verses from all kind of people, but they just throw the music out there and then they don't promote it. They think just because it got a feature on it, that's just going to make people play it and that's going to make it a hit. Right. But you really are working it, and I want to salute you for that, man, because especially as a young business person to have the thought. And I also wanted to ask you a question because I've been thinking about it the whole show. Now, and maybe Ish shed some light on this too.
Okay.
The name of your label's Death Rows.
Yeah.
Did you have any problems with the trademark? Because I know my trademark attorney, we're going through it right now. I got 900 fake phony balonies that's trying to, rep the brand. So how was you able to get that off to where they didn't say it was similar?
I don't know. I made a couple calls. I got the paperwork. It checked out. It's a story behind that. I'm not copying nobody. You know what I'm saying? It started off as a group of guys, a group of friends, artists in the city of Kenosha, Wisconsin. We came together. It started as 3 of us, and they came to me and wanted to do this thing, and we just started saying Death Rows, man. This is who we are. It's a deeper meaning, and I didn't have no issues with it, man. I've realized, like, maybe 5 or 6 times in my life have I actually heard somebody come up and ask me about the name.
Well, that's a certain generation. When an OG going, the OG head, he was like, Death Row. Yeah. Hey, plus, man, big shout to Suge, though. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But you know,
no disrespect, man. You know, we are our own thing.
Well, good. I mean, but it's a question. Like when you
absolutely,
come on the platform, I mean, we try to keep it funky because for the next person who might try to go out there, that reminds me of like a Gnarls Barkley. You feel what I'm saying? Like when they came out with Gnarls Barkley, but they had a hell of a album to back it up. So CEO-ish, you know what I'm saying? I know you've been hanging out with us. What do you want to say, you know, about Truly's grind, and what lessons can people take from that when they're trying to get their stuff to the next level?
I mean, he's independent. He has his own label, so it's like I no longer work for anybody. I have my own business. It's the same principle. So it's all about being independent. And advice to Truly is just stay independent. You know, you don't really need. We're in an age you don't really need the record label. You know,
right?
If you have a good publicist and a good team and some major artists like he has to support you, that's really all you need.
Right.
And he's in a good place. So, that's how I connect with him on that level. Like I said, I have my own business. He has his own label, so it's similar, you know.
And that's something that you guys are doing that I like. I mean, I mean, I'm not too old, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm 50 years old, but I'm in the class maybe before y'all class. You know what I'm saying? That freeway mid 2000s. You know what I'm saying? So it's more like a question that a lot of people have is there's a debate between entrepreneurs and people who have a 9 to 5 grind and then they do the late night grind. I personally feel like a lot of people are quitting their jobs, right? And they're quote unquote an entrepreneur, but they don't have the training. And what we like something that we just personally do is help train people on business management. Right. So just talk about, you know, you may have something that worked for you, but just for the general person, what are some of the advice and the jewels you could give people to say, hey, if you're going to start this business, in my estimation, you would want to be doing it first, right? It's not just something we just started last week. And if it don't work, I didn't quit my job. So now how are we going to pay the rent? Or I got to go back to the job, which is even worse, and lose the status I may have had at the job. So I always tell people, if this is something you've been doing for at least a year or more and it's making money, right, to where it's supplementing your income, you could easily see, I just need to put a little more time into this and I'll be able, then do it. But make sure you get some information and some practice running the business. Because it's like I always tell people, it's easy to make fun of the boss till you the boss.
Yeah.
And you realize, you know, being the boss means you got to do all the work. See, and you know what I mean? So especially the young people, because we want to reach out to everybody and let them know, you know, hey, you a boss, I'm a boss, I'm on the gram, I got the big stacks of money, all that. But the average person has no clue what you got to do to set up a budget. Like you were saying about investing, or what Rose was saying, going through the legal channels and getting the clearances and then getting the artwork and putting it. So what advice would you give somebody who's trying to decide whether they should just stack their money first and do this, or should they just jump out the window?
Is that for me or?
That's for you first, and then I'll go with the truth.
What advice? I honestly, like in the video I did with Jonathan, and I talked about preparation is the key to success. My sister taught me that when I was a little kid, and I modeled my career and everything with that. So the advice is write it down, make a strategy. You know, like I study things, like I'm a little genius. Like I study everything. So like in war times, you know, when a country would invade another country, you want to just run into the nation. You would pick a plan, right, to invade. Right? Just like it teaches in the 48 Laws of Power, like you have to have a plan, you have to have a strategy, you got to be strategic in everything you do. Everything I do, I play chess. I never play checkers. You know what I mean? So it's just have a plan. I'm never gonna have a 9 to 5 and quit the 9 to 5 and then struggle. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take the 9 to 5 money and I'm gonna put it into my business until let everybody think, oh, I'm comfortable working the 9 to 5, and then one day, 2-week resignation, and I'm out, and then I'm on my own business. So
right.
All it is just preparing. Prepare.
That's what's up, man. And truly, you know what I mean? Let them know from your perspective, they trying to start a label, they trying to boss up like you, they trying to get a big single, a big feature, but they can't do it like you. So give them some advice that they might could be like you if they try hard enough.
I think it's kind of like with the money situation, it's kind of like what we was talking about with the trading in the stocks. Like what Ish said, man, like know when it's your play money and then it's your work money. So it's like me working at Adidas when I did. I had a budget and I had my savings, you know. So I put away and I invest my money because I feel like even today, like I got money put away where I know that I'm gonna have something come up down the road that I need this, you know what I'm saying, that I need to invest in it because you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
You never know what opportunities are gonna come your way, what doors are gonna open. So it's like you just gotta be prepared and have a plan, and just use your resources. You know, like I was saying earlier, just really look around you, see what fits best and how you can make it work the right way. You know, and get what's best out of you. You know what you're paying for.
Definitely. And I, like I said, I want to thank y'all for coming through. You know what I'm saying? I know we all busy and got moves to make, but y'all are welcome anytime. And both of you guys, everybody that was on tonight, big shout to ATown. Hopefully, everything goes right with him health wise, because we need to see him out here. You know what I'm saying? He brings joy to the people. You feel me? And that's something that he's unique in that. You feel me? There's nobody in the world like each of you brothers. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. And I was excited about doing this show because we need people from each generation, because like I told you, we're not too far apart. You feel what I'm saying? If y'all in the front seat, I'm right there in the back seat. I ain't in the third row, though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't having on no shell-toe Adidas and none of that. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, and respect to the pioneers too, but I think there's a gap. And what's happening is people are just like the new generation coming in. Some of the OGs is like, I don't like the music. I don't like the fashion. But they don't realize we were y'all just 5 minutes ago. You see what I'm saying? And so if we all learn from each other, like you're saying with the crypto tonight, to invest in the Forex, you feel me? With you guys, you putting out your own films. You feel me? You putting out your own music. And you're not waiting for nobody to get on. I think in our generation and going back to, let's say, the 90s generation, what they were doing is it all is about a cosign. And eventually, yes, people will validate you, people will recognize you, just like you see with Truly. But for the people out there, stop waiting for somebody to put you on. Put in the work, budget, get your money right, build your brand, get your brand, whether it's copyright, trademark, whatever your situation calls for. And then have a plan and say, like Ish was saying, it might take the first year. Like right now with BossTalk, there's a plan. We're building. We're doing things. We're setting up budgets. We're doing the things that you need to do to be one of the major platforms out here. We got all the major people behind the scenes that we know, right? Ish is one of the people, you know what I'm saying, when it's time to really tear New York up, we definitely calling Ish. But, but the point is, it's time. Right now, if you go get Jay-Z to do a show, after that, what you gonna do next week? You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta build your platform and and step by step. So I just wanted to give you guys your flowers for that and let you know anytime y'all got something going on, you guys can come through. And I wish you much success, Truly, because I really like your story, man. You feel what I'm saying? I like how you kept grinding. And for a young cat, man, you don't see that every day. You feel me? They either just gonna throw it out there with no publishing, no nothing.
Right. Yeah.
Look, then it's going to look. Somebody better ask Peter Guns, Lord Tariq. You know what I'm saying? What happened when you get hot in the street? But that's the beauty of having cats. That's like I told you. I'm in the second row. They might have been, towards the generation right before that. But it's lessons. The history is there. That wasn't 100 years ago, to where it's like, yo, you can get a song and it get hot, but if you don't have your paperwork right or you didn't clear the samples or whatever, they just gonna let it get hot. And as soon as it get big, anybody ever dealt with Jay Prince or no, yo, he gonna sit back, let it go platinum, and then come collect his money. You feel what I'm saying? So before we get out of here, shout out your socials or any project, any websites, anything you want people to pay attention to. We'll start with Truly and then we'll finish with Ish.
Okay. Well, you can find me anywhere at I Love You Truly. That's my name right here, ILY Truly.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah.
You can find my guys, Death Row's Records. You can find us anywhere. And yeah, man, anywhere.
I got you.
Everywhere. We everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's what's up. So Ish, let them know what's going on with you, man.
CEO-ish, aka Big CEO.
Man, see, that's another bag. Another bag. You see what's going on? He got another bag. He Big CEO.
Big CEO. You can find me on Instagram, CEO_ish with 3 H's. YouTube, CEO. My name is CEO-ISHHH for the dash, so it's CEO-ISHHH. So CEO-ISHHH everywhere. So you can Google me, CEO-ISHHH. Make sure you put the 3 H's in, not 2, 3. Instagram, everything CEO-ISHHH. Just Google me, CEO-ISHHH. You can reach out to me. You know what I mean? And let's make it happen. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, brother. And I'm gonna be keeping my eyes out for this ATown movement that's going on. Truly, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let. Hey, I got some soldiers on the West Coast. So when you go to LA, I know the brothers, and they hold you down. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Nah, I'm just messing with you, man. But yeah, we're out of here, man. Big shout out to everybody tonight. Make sure you check with these brothers. They doing their thing. And we about to play the outro. Big shout out to Just Jay from Hype Magazine. You know what I mean? Down there in the A doing what she do. And we getting ready to do what we do. So we gonna bid y'all adieu. Hey!
As an artist, we should reflect the time.
Why you so talented? Cause I'm black. Why you so amazing? Cause I'm black.
It's really important that we build characters so that people understand their story matters.
2 Chainz and I both are just really into good food.
And when you know you are royalty, you will only aim in life to be royalty.
We're doing it right now. I don't give a damn what they say about me. Yes, I called your ass out. I know I shouldn't be saying this kind of.
Shout out to Hype Magazine Network.
Shout out to the Hype Magazine Network.